Hello friends, welcome back to my channel Infinite Trade. So my name is Robin and let's do the analysis for Nifty and Bank Nifty for tomorrow. So as usual, the first thing that we are going to look at is the participant wise open interest. So before I just do this analysis, we all know that Nifty and Bank Nifty is in a correction mode at the moment. Okay, so we saw a significant rally in both Nifty and Bank Nifty, and we are correcting at the moment. So that is the reason why we are looking at taking bearish trade. So always keep in mind that the market is not falling, or is it it is not actually in a downtrend or something. It is just that in a correction mode, and on a smaller time frame we use the word downtrend. Okay, now let's look at the analysis. So the first thing, as we all know, that we check participant wise open interest. So if we look at the FI's position, they have about 4,400 index future buy. So which means that they are bullish. And then if we look at index call, so they have about 4,316 call options buy. So these are all buy. You just have to focus on that. So they have future buy, they have call options buy, and if you see, they also have put options buy, which is a significant quantity. That is around 13,000 quantities of put buy. So what does this mean is the FIs are expecting a probable gap up tomorrow. So that's why they have lesser quantities on future and call options, thinking that if they get a gap up, they'll able to book some profits. But overall, if you see their actual market trend, they are slightly bearish, or I would say they are bearish because they have put options. So they are long in put options. So now let's look at Pro Desk. So Pro is definitely bearish. They have some good amount of future shorts. They also have some good amount of call short. And similar to FIIs, they also have slight or less amount of put short. That means they are also expecting a gap up, but they were not that strong with that view. That is the reason they did a put short instead of taking a call buy or a future buy to avoid too much of a risk. So overall, what do we expect from this data is tomorrow's opening, or maybe tomorrow in the first 1 hour, we may see a little upside. So we'll not panic because of a gap up or maybe an upside, a sudden upside. So we'll wait for a proper price action to take a short trade. That's what our plan should be. So this is all about the data. Now let's move on to option chain. So this is the option chain. So on Friday we had significant call writings. Put writing was not that strong. So if we come here is where we can identify. So overall, if you check the open interest, the resistance are stronger, but the supports are not that weak. This is about the overall open interest. But if we check change in open interest, the resistances are stronger, but only on a particular strike, which is 37,000, is where the put writers are sitting with confident. But I don't consider this to be a confidence, because if put writers have to be bullish, from 37,000 to below, they should be strong in put writing, but we can just see that on a particular strike. So my view on the market is still bearish, but I'm not going to trade anything which is a gap down or something like that. I'll wait for a good gap up or maybe an upside move, and then I'll look for a short opportunity. So now it's time for us to check out the charts. So the first thing, let's look at Bank Nifty. So if you'll remember, on my last analysis, I said for Bank Nifty, our target will be 36,950. And if you see, the market opened gap down and immediately it touched 36,900. That was somewhere here. And I texted you on WhatsApp group that, do not take a short entry, avoid it, because the target is already achieved. And that message would have saved a lot of people, because if you see, the market did not go anywhere. It was completely sideways. So it did not even think of uh, clearing this gap. I did not even dare to go there. So that's how the market was on the Friday. So now, how are we going to trade? So the first thing is, these are Dow theory levels that I've marked. Mark these levels, this one, this one, this one. So till the time market is within this area, so even this area is also okay, which is about, I guess, 37 37,680. Okay, so until this place, so from here to here, anywhere Bank Nifty opens, we will only look for short trade. Okay, so the best thing would be if we open gap up somewhere here, which is around 37,520, 540. If we gap up here and if we see the market coming down, that would be great, because the FIs and the pros, whatever bullish position they have, they may book it here, and they have a good amount of put buys and call sells. So they may again try to bring the market down to this particular area. Okay, so that's what our plan should be. So whenever the previous day low it breaks, we may see a further fall until 36,500 or 36,400. Okay, so keep this in mind. If Bank Nifty opens gap up somewhere around 36,540, 37,540, sorry, or 37,680, so wherever this opens, we'll wait for a price action. So what do I mean by price action is, we'll either see a reversal candle or maybe a chart pattern like a double top formation, something like this. So if we see something like this, we'll go for a short trade. So keep in mind that they have put buys. That means they may bring the market down with good momentum. So this is our plan for Bank Nifty. If we open flat, don't do anything, because in a falling market, it is not good to take an entry on something where we did not get a bounce back or a pullback or something like that. So if we open flat and if they go up, is also nice. So if they go up and then if they start forming lower low price action, is when we'll enter. Or if we open flat and if we break this low, is when we'll take our entry. But otherwise, the best entry would be, we need an entry somewhere on the upside. And if we have to say like where market will be bullish, so market will be bullish above this point. So this is around 37,895. So anything about 37,800, if Bank Nifty is sustaining, then probably it may go higher. So your view should turn out to be bullish from there. So this is a plan for Bank Nifty. Now let's quickly check out Nifty. Okay, if any questions like what if Bank Nifty gaps down? So we are okay if Bank Nifty gap down, but it should not be a huge gap down. if they gap down within the previous day low, that is a low of what happened on Friday, if they gap down between that, and if they break that low, you can also take a short entry there. But anything beyond that, avoid it, because there is no use if they are already in profits. Now let's look at Nifty. So Nifty also looks clean. So definitely we have to plan a short trade. So this is an area for short, and this is also an area for short. So the best place is 17,650 to 17,690. Not say 650, I would say 670. So if you see anywhere here, and if you see a reversal candle or a price action, something like this, you can take a short entry here, and the target uh, can be below gap. It is not necessary that it will take a U-turn at gap. Safe traders can book profit here, but otherwise you can actually wait for a bigger targets, like you may get it in a couple of days. It should definitely break this level and show some bounce and come back here. So the target that I'm expecting in Nifty is around 17,326. So I'm expecting a fall until this point. Okay, so that's the plan. So if we open flat, wait to see if it's going up, because they have some data which is bullish. That means there is a plan that they have to take it a little upside and then come back down. So we'll wait for that upside. So if we get an upside is when we'll take an entry, or else whenever this particular low, the PDL, if it is broken decisively. So when I say it is broken, that means it should be broken before 10:30 a.m. If that happens, we can definitely take an entry. Otherwise, wait for a small upside, and we can trade a short trade here. Uh, if you, if anyone of you checked SGX Nifty, it is already trading around 17,651. So that means somewhere around this area. So in case if we get a gap up here, I think this should be the best place to short, but not directly jump. Wait for a reversal here. Okay, so that should be the plan for Nifty. I hope things are clear, and today I've thought of making a little bit bigger video so that I can explain the logic, and I think I've done that. So slowly, gradually, I'll also keep on explaining the logic behind the chart pattern and the data. So how do we take entry based on that? So that should bridge the knowledge gaps. So that's it for today. Let's meet tomorrow with a new analysis. Thank you. Take care. Bye bye.